Fatiha. السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. مدد يا رسول الله للسادة أصحاب رسول الله وصحبه السور مولانا إن شاء الله فاسا Sh.Muhammad أعظم حقا المدد طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجميع كل شيء بأمر الله yaşadığımız dünya her şey Allah Azze ve Celle'nin elindedir.
Everything in this world we live in is within the hands of Allah Almighty.
Allah istediğini yapar.
And Allah Almighty does as He likes.
Hiçbir şey zor değildir.
And for Him, Allah Almighty, there's nothing too difficult.
İmkansız hiçbir şey yok.
For Him, Allah Almighty, there's nothing impossible.
Allah Azze ve Celle Allah'a tevekkül eden rahat eder.
Those who trust Allah Almighty will find peace and will be at ease.
Allah'a tevekkül etmeyen huzursuz olur.
Those who do not trust in Allah Almighty will always be in a state of unrest or unsettlement.
Tevekkül de nedir? Tevekkül imandır.
What does it mean to trust in Allah Almighty? Trust in Allah Almighty means to have faith in Allah Almighty.
Allah'a iman eden daha fazla Allah'a tevekkül eder.
Those who believe in Allah Almighty will trust in Allah Almighty, and the more they believe in Allah Almighty, the more they will trust in Him.
Rahat olur.
And the more they trust in Him, the more they will be at ease.
Onun için iman büyük bir nimettir.
Therefore, faith is a great divine blessing.
İnsanlığa verilen en büyük nimettir.
Faith is the greatest divine favor given to humanity.
İman, çünkü o olmasa hiçbir şeyin faydası yok.
Without faith, nothing has any benefit.
Dünyalık olsa da yine faydası yok.
Worldly things will have no benefit.
Bütün dünya senin olsun.
Even if you possess the entire world.
Yani tevekkül olmadıktan sonra, iman olmadıktan sonra,
if you do not have trust and faith in Allah Almighty,
hiçbir huzuru olmaz.
Then you will never find peace or comfort.
Bu dünyayı nasıl muhafaza edeceğim diye düşünür.
You will constantly worry and be anxious about how to safeguard and protect what you have.
Rahatı kalmaz.
And you will have no rest anymore.
Bunu nasıl elimden gitmesin diye düşünerek,
you will constantly be anxious about how can I make sure that I don't lose things out of control or get out of my hands.
Uykuları kaçar.
You will have nights where you can no longer sleep.
Olmaz. Hani bu tevekkül, iman olmadıktan sonra,
and this is the result of not having faith and trust in Allah Almighty.
Hiçbir şeyin kıymeti yok.
If you do not have faith and trust in Allah Almighty, then nothing has a value.
Nimetlerin kıymeti imanla beraberdir.
And all these favors in this world only get a meaning and a value through faith.
İman olmadıktan sonra hiçbir faydası yok.
If you don't have faith, none of these favors will have any benefit or value.
Onun için mümin hiçbir şey olmasa bile Allah'a tevekkül etmiş imanla.
A believer is someone who believes and trusts in Allah Almighty, regardless of what he possesses.
O imanıyla bütün her şey güzel olur.
And it is through that faith, regardless of one's worldly possessions and belongings, that person will find peace and rest, and everything will be beautiful for him.
her iş güzel olur mümin için.
All affairs will be beautiful for a believer, the one who has trust and faith in Allah Almighty.
Hiçbir şeyden şikayet etmez.
A believer is someone who then never complains about anything.
Rahatsız olmaz.
And nothing causes unrest or unsettlement.
Ama iman olmayınca her şeyden rahatsız olabilir.
But if you do not have faith or trust in Allah Almighty, then everything will become a source of unrest for you.
Hiçbir şey onu tam olarak istediğini elde etmiş gibi zannetmez.
And without faith and trust, you will always have the feeling of not obtaining what you desire and not getting what you want.
Ne kadar daha yapayım derse nefsi için yapar.
You will always be in a constant struggle of trying to do more and never reaching what you're trying to reach.
Nefsine de faydası olmaz.
And then you will be more and more possessed by your ego, and the more you follow your ego, the less things will be beneficial for you.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us.
İmanımıza kuvvet versin.
May Allah Almighty strengthen our faith.
Ki her şeyi güzel görelim inşallah.
So that we may see the beauty in everything.
Allah Azze ve Celle her şeyi güzeldir.
Everything is beautiful as it is from Allah Almighty.
Mübarekler söylediği görelim neylerse Mevlam güzel eyler demiş.
And the saints, they said it so beautifully, where they said, observe and watch what Allah Almighty has created, and everything He created is beautiful, and whatever He does is beautiful.
Mümin evliyalar eski zamanda bu güzel sözü mümin olan ona kulak verir.
The people of former times, the saints, the awliya, the believers, they would internalize these words and they would look out for the beauty in everything.
Onu kendine müjde olarak bilir.
And they would consider these words as a principle and as glad tidings.
Allah imanımıza kuvvet versin inşallah.
And may Allah Almighty enable us to strengthen our faith. May Allah Almighty strengthen our faith.
Ve minallah tevfik. El Fatiha.